mechanical device, like your cars that you drive every day, everything needs to have routine maintenance just to make sure that it's clean, it's efficient, and that it's operating the way that it should. And most importantly, when we're dealing with gas or fuel burning appliances, we want to make sure that they're operating safely. Safety is a big problem. There's carbon monoxide poisonings that happen every year, and our job as a mechanical contractor is to make sure that those things do not happen. So what we do is we check your burners, we do gas pressures, because even the pressure to your home from the gas company or from your propane company can change over time. So we want to make sure that the gas pressure is correct. And what this does is we match this with the amount of air the unit needs, and we provide that with an efficiency number, and that tells us the boiler is not operating safely, it's also operating as efficiently as it can, and it will extend its longevity for the life of that boiler. Obviously, as I talk to a lot of people throughout the year, people are always asking me, well, what's the difference between a high efficiency boiler or a standard efficiency boiler? And the most important question is, why should I choose one over the other? That's a very difficult question for me to answer, because I'm not living in your house. To me, it really depends on what you like to see and what you want to experience in your home. If you want a standard efficiency boiler because you want less maintenance, you want less repairs, and you want longevity, that may be the way to go. If you want a high efficiency boiler because you're trying to be more green, more sensitive to how much your gas usage is, more sensitive to how much it costs you to operate, then a high efficiency boiler may be what you want to look at. But you should also realize that most of these high efficiency boilers installed, depending on their application, are only operating in the high 80s, even though they're rated at 90, some up to 97% efficient. Case in point, if you have a bunch of radiant heat throughout your house, a high efficiency boiler is by far the way to go, because we're operating the water at a very low temperature, which makes the boiler operate at a very high efficient rate, and it works out great. You're getting the biggest bang for your dollar. Now, let's take a different scenario. We have a high efficiency gas boiler, but we're feeding baseboard heat throughout your house. Well, baseboard heat, to transfer that heat to your house, has to operate at a much higher temperature, maybe 160 or 180 degrees, to actually heat your home. So in that case, a high efficiency boiler is not going to operate anywhere near its top efficiency capacity, because the temperature of the water has to be much higher. Typical maintenance on any mechanical device in the manufacturer's instructions is one time per year. So if you have an air conditioning system, we want to check that out once a year, make sure that's operating where it should. And for your boiler or fuel burning appliance, it's one time a year to make sure that's operating properly. There are times when we have a house that's under construction, or they're having construction done in the yard or on the street, and a lot of those pollutants come into the system, so then maybe it has to be done more often. But a typical home, under typical circumstances, would be one time per year. With the CPS membership plan, what happens is you get to forget about it. You let us do the work. Contact the customer in two different ways. One is we send out a postcard that comes in their mailbox. They could read it, has a QR code on it. You can click on it and schedule easily online to have us come out and service your home. The other way is we send out an email and a text message that you can reply to, or you can schedule online that way as well.